Alright guys, hey, so I was just online filling out job applications because all I do all day is sit in my basement and blog, or other things online. And I noticed something. Applying for jobs online is much more difficult than it should be, or could be, because I went through and filled out a PetSmart application. I'd like to work at PetSmart because I like animals. And I said I like animals. I tolerate animals better than I tolerate people, so it makes sense. So I was online applying for this job, and it's taken me about a month to log on and work on it, log on and work on it, log on and work on it. Well, I filled out a bunch of information. I made an account. I spent a long time because apparently I've applied there 3 times, and every time I applied, I made a new account because I'd forgotten the previous account. So I picked the latest one that I think I've made, and I went in and I found my application, and I finished it, and I sent it. Then I went back, and I had to log back in, but this time I needed my password, which I had forgotten. So I had to use reset with another password that I finally got to work. I had to do the hint and then reset my password and all this fun stuff. Now, we come to the difficult part. All right. So I filled out all this information, and if you hadn't noted, I don't know if you've applied, you might be younger or whatever, but they do this thing where they ask you all these really weird questions, like, in a work environment, would you say you work well as a team player? Agree, disagree, strongly agree, strongly disagree, no opinion. Really? Because most people don't work as a team. Most people don't. Though I'm sure some of you do. Most of us don't. But a lot of people work in teams that probably did not answer, yes, I work well in teams. So the job application is literally supplanting our ability to lie to a company before we even are employed. So I'm lying off on this thing, not aggressively lying, as I'm sure you can guess. I'm not like, I rape. That's a bad example. I like to wear skin suits. Do you like to wear skin suits? Yes. No. I mean, not that. Or are you an independent person? Do you think you are funny on the job or responsible? I'm responsible. That is true. Some people might be more funny, but you always put responsible. That's obvious. I've heard that they do this for to see if you're a team player or if you're more likely to shoplift or if you're serious about the job. But either way, I answered all these earlier, started these other applications for two positions in 2 different stores as a cashier. Lo and behold, I go through and they filled out my, name, birth date, ethnicity, all that stuff on the first form. That's there. Thank you, Google, thank you for remembering that. Then I go through and Google remembers some of the information. But now I have to fill out my work history, my education history, my previous addresses. Then I have to go through and fill out that personality profile and sign all these other things. I wanted to stab myself. I literally got so ticked off, I just was like, bleh. Then I went to Barnes & Noble. That was much easier. None of that. I swear, I think that these job applications are harder than the actual job. I would rather work than apply for these jobs. And people wonder why I don't want to apply for jobs. It's because of that. It's horrible. I mean, I know they need to figure out if we shoplift or not. I understand. But you would think that the program that I've signed into, their website, would remember all these answers and plug them back in. I mean, sure, I'm sure legal reasons I'd have to, do a couple. But, click some more bubbles to say, yes, I agree to this, no, I agree to that, criminal record stuff like that. But for this, it makes no sense at all. Okay, I'm ticked off. So that's my rant about job applications. I hate them. Good night.